I'd like to thank everybody who's come along. My name's Steve Hall, I'm President of the Lee branch of Unite. We're here today, this is our first event, it's a newly formed campaign that we've set up for People Against the Cuts. We're here today opposing the Conservative Lib Dem coalition government's cuts agenda, which will basically lead to massive job losses, the devastation of our public services, and as some people said, even people like Vince Cable, if they were to carry out the level of cuts they are, will quite likely lead us into a double-dip recession and even maybe a decade of depression or more. So the horrific prospect in sight. Now, today, we decided, because we want this to be seen as a broad, a democratic movement open to everybody, which everybody can have the say in, we decided to have an open mic policy. We discussed earlier the time we might give people, and a few people have indicated me if they'll come to me, if they can see me, if you want to speak, get your name down, you need to come see me, and I'll put you down on the list for speaking. We're going to give people 5 minutes maximum each. Somebody will be timing that. You'll get a little card or notice come up in front of you, and you've got 30 seconds left if you can speak that long. And basically, at the 5 minute point, we'll ask you to wind up, finish, and that way we can get more speakers to speak. I just want a few little rules. Again, we have no swearing. We're not here to be swearing. No attacks on individuals. And we don't want any scapegoating of any ethnic minorities or minority groups. Our enemy today is the Conservative Lib Dem coalition, and we need to build a movement to kick that government out if we're going to stop this cut. So let's focus our attention on that. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand over the microphone now to my colleague here from the PCS Union, Helen Flanagan. She's the president of that branch, a union very heavily involved in likely in the cuts procedure next period. She's going to preside over the thing, hand over the mic, introduce people. The next speaker I've got going after her is Stan Barnes, so he can make himself ready, so we can reduce the time in between. We'll announce who will be speaking after. If they can come near to the mic so Helen can hand it over to them straight away, we can reduce the time in between speakers. We're videoing the event, so, you know, it'll be on YouTube later. So, here, Helen.
Thank you. This rally today is about raising awareness about cuts of plans and to launch a campaign to fight back. We're all told that the cuts to public spending, which will impact on us all, are necessary and absolute because we all are supposedly in this together. The cuts, we are told, are in response to the financial crisis, and austerity is the only answer. The truth is that the national debt, which is 155 billion, is only a quarter of what it was in 1948, when the government then set up the National Health Service and embarked on massive public spending to save the economy. The debt now is lower than it was any time between 1916 and 1972. The debt in itself could be virtually wiped out if the government traced down the 100 billion in avoided and evaded taxes and the 25 billion that are wrote off each year. The 25 millionaires on the cabinet do tell us that we're all in this together. This big society is not big and it's not clever, and it is a big con. It's terminology for selling off the public sector to the lowest bidder, who then can slash jobs and services, and the millionaires letting their friends in big business get even richer. At the same time as this, they're cutting corporation tax by 4% and increasing VAT by 2.5%. Children's child benefit is being frozen with a 25% cut across the board in the public sector. There's also 11 billion cut in welfare and treating those who have to claim benefits as criminals. The massive cuts in local jobs will impact on everybody here in Wigan. For those jobs put in the private sector, 1 in every 4 jobs put in the public sector will impact on them too. Public spending actually in Britain is the lowest in Europe. And I just want to say briefly to any young people here, 70% youth unemployment rate at the moment, which is due to rise. This government does not care about young people and the future of this country. Well, you know that university and school leavers in a very difficult position to find jobs, as a tax on education, as we've all seen. What we must not do is let ourselves sleepwalk back into the 1980s. Now everyone here has different political views, but as Stephen said, what we must focus on is uniting together against these cuts. I want everyone here, even those passing, if they can get involved, come along to our next meeting on the 9th of August, which is in the Boulevard at 7:30, and please support what we're trying to do. I'm going to pass on now to the next speaker. Stand by.